This is the Lord of the Swings kettlebell workout, day 2 of 2. So this is the complement to day 1. Similar to day 1, this is going to work by having compound 1. These are 5 exercises you're going to do in a row without a break or minimal breaks. Then you take a 1 to 2 minute break at the end of the compound and you repeat the compound for a total of about 2 to 5 times. What you're going to be doing is increasing the reps every workout. On the back sheet, this is your tracking sheet, you see you have the spot to increase reps. Try to aim to increase reps by at least 1. Most people will increase it by 2 per workout. For example, workout 1, you do 5 reps of everything. Workout 2, 7 reps of everything. Workout 3, 9 reps of everything. 20 is the ultimate. Most people will hit their peak in about 6 to 8. They'll hit their plateau. Compound 2 is next. We have the hammer curls and the overhead tricep extensions. You do them once you're done compound 1. That's just for the arms. Those may not progress at the same rate. The arms don't tend to get as, they don't tend to make progress as quickly as the rest of the body does. So be patient there, maybe 1 rep increase per workout. So we're gonna start off with the 1-arm kettlebell swings. Now, for the 1-arm kettlebell swings, the main thing here is the grip. We're going to be using a little bit of a different grip. So you're going to actually have the thumb turned in a little bit like this. And the reason for that is that, you know, it's better for your elbow when you're swinging it behind you. Your arm is going to bend naturally backwards. Whereas if you have a thumb forward grip, you can hyperextend the elbow. And even this overhand grip isn't as great. So what you're going to do is when you hold onto the kettlebell, you're going to have your hand turned inward 45 degrees, thumb to bum, as they like to say. So that is how you do it. Now, the other key here with the 1-arm swing is to not let your arm, your free arm, touch your body. Most people will make a fist or they'll hold it out in front. The reason is just because of in kettlebell competition, if you let your free arm touch your body, you're eliminated, okay? So what you're gonna do here, it's just like a traditional kettlebell swing. You could start off with it down in front, tilt it towards you, squeeze the handle, hike it up behind you, and then just use your hips to project it forward and up to chest height. So the hips are throwing the kettlebell up, your arm is like a rope. We don't want to see you muscling it with the shoulders because then you're missing the point of the exercise. And the point is that this is a movement generated by the hips. Okay, so from the front, it'll look like this. Okay, and then once again, with this free arm, whatever works for you. Sometimes people will hold it up in front like they're going to be blocking, like they're in a fight. People will hold it down in a fist. Whatever tends to work best for you. The next exercise is the 1-arm front squat. So for this one, you're going to get into this position here. This is the rack position. So you can see that I'm kind of holding the bell of the kettlebell in front of my shoulder. My elbow is tight to my side. It's almost like you made a little nest for it. Now your other hand is going to be holding onto the handle. You're going to stay centered. Squat down as low as comfortable. Stand up and repeat. The main challenge here is to keep your body centered the whole time. You do all the reps on one side, and then you'll be switching sides and repeating, okay? Now, sometimes people have difficulty balancing with that one. Go with a wider stance if you have difficulty balancing. A closer stance is going to be more of a challenge because you've got an offset weight that your body is supporting. So it's trying to side bend you. So if you have your feet narrower, it's going to be more difficult. Okay? So just adjust the feet for what's appropriate for your fitness level to keep yourself challenged in the most appropriate way. Now the next exercise is slingshots. Now you're going to be holding the kettlebell down by one side, just like this. Okay, so you see my thumb part of my hand is forward. Okay, my palm is facing my thigh. That is your starting grip. Now what you'll do here is you're gonna have your free hand in front of your shoulder because we're gonna be catching this thing like a water balloon. You're gonna be doing what looks like a knee bend and a diagonal arm curl, catching the sphere in front of the opposite shoulder. This is called the kettlebell slingshot. It's a great core exercise. It's amazing for golfers as well. Okay, so holding the kettlebell down by one side, I bring it up, catching, lowering it back down and repeat. I keep it in, basically I'm keeping my elbow tight to my side the whole time. Okay, I want you to just see this, because a big mistake is if you let the elbow get away from the body, then you turn this thing into a wrecking ball, and guess where that wrecking ball is coming? Back towards you. So you want to keep it so that it's almost like a little bit of a knee dip, get the momentum, throw it up, catch the sphere right in front of the shoulder, and repeat, okay, from the side once again. All right, don't let your arm get away from you, keep it in nice and tight. You do all the reps on one side, then you're going to switch sides and repeat. Now, the next exercise is the one-arm military press, and I recommend you use a lighter kettlebell on this one. So if you were using a 35, go down to a 25. If you were using a 25, go down to a 15. If you were using a 15, maybe you use like an 8-pound dumbbell or something like that. It is okay to use a dumbbell on this exercise if you don't have the right weight. But what I'll do here is I'm just going to grab this lighter kettlebell here, and I'm going to have it in front of my shoulder like this. Okay? So the start position, it's in front of my body. It's not out to the side in a typical bodybuilding military press. It's in front, my elbow's in front, just like this. Okay? Now, what you're going to do is this. From this position here, you're going to press it up and twist it so that your palm faces forward at the top and your elbow is tight to your ear. Bring it down and repeat. Okay? Just like this. All right? Now, don't let your arm get away from your body. You're keeping it in nice and tight. A progression here, although not mentioned, a progression here would be to do it with a bottoms-up grip like this, okay? And to stabilize it like that. Now, if you are doing it like that, make sure you keep your free hand close so you can catch it if you need to. So it's just keeping it steady all the way up and down. This is a progression. But this free hand is your spotter, because sometimes people will lose that grip and you need your free hand to help out, and that's okay. In time, as you get stronger, you won't need this spotter anymore. All right? Now, next exercise we're going to be going on to is the one-arm high pull or one-arm front wedgie squat. So, the grip here is going to be an overhand grip holding the kettlebell between the legs with one arm. What you're going to be doing is you're going to be squatting down, then you're going to pull the kettlebell up to the front of your chest, getting your elbow in line with your ear, lower down and repeat, okay? Just like you're giving yourself a front wedgie. So the movement will look like this. Okay, now from the side, now I'm also keeping a tall posture here. Unlike some of the other kettlebell movements, you want to imagine you're balancing a beanbag on top of your head. So you don't want to be tipping forward necessarily. This is more of a strict squat, okay? Just like this. Perfect. You do all reps on one side, then you switch sides and repeat. The next exercise here is the sphere push-up. Now for the sphere push-up, I'm going to have the kettlebell laying down on the ground with the handle pointing forward like this. Okay? So, if you can see that, that's how the kettlebell is going to be laying, because this handle is going to be like a kickstand so that my hand does not push it forward. Okay? So it's stuck in place. Now, I'm going to get you to start off doing these push-ups from the knees. Okay? Eventually, you can progress and do them from your feet. So, from the front, it looks like this. My one hand is balanced on the sphere. I go down and I push, straighten my arms to return all the way back up. And I repeat. Once I'm done all the reps, rather than sliding the kettlebell across, you move your body across. That is the most seamless transition. Many people make the mistake of fumbling around trying to move an awkward kettlebell to the other hand. It is much easier just to move your body. So from the side, this will look like so. Okay? And then when you progress it to the feet, it looks like this. This kettlebell sphere gives a little bit of an instability, which forces your chest and your core and shoulders and arms to work a little bit more. It also creates an elevation so you can get deeper into the chest pressing movement for greater range of motion, all right? It's an excellent exercise for the chest. So that there is the end of compound 1. You would take a 1 to 2 minute break at the end of those 5. Then you repeat the compound once again. It's a total of 2 to 5 times. Now we're going on to compound 2. This is strictly for the arms. Compound 2, once you've done everything for compound 1. So the first exercise in compound 2 is the hammer curls. Now for this one, you're going to be gripping the side handles like it's a steering wheel, like this, okay? So from that position, you're going to be bending at the elbows, bringing it to the front of the chest, lower down and repeat, just like this, okay? Keeping the rest of the body still. Now there are some progressions in there, and you can do those if you like. Some of the progressions are to do a pump at the top, so it'll look like this. I go all the way up, down an inch, back up, all the way down. So this is a pump at the top. Progression is a triple pump at the top. 1, 2, 3, down. 1, 2, 3, down. A further progression is you can go with a lighter kettlebell and do a one-arm sphere curl. So see how I have my thumb wrapped around the handle there, okay? And then I would do a one-arm sphere curl as a progression, just like this. A lot more awkward, okay? Going one side at a time, it is gonna force your lateral core stabilizers to work. The biceps do work a little harder when you go one arm at a time. So that's the hammer curls. Now the next one is the overhead tricep extensions. Now, what I'm gonna recommend you do here is use a little bit of a lighter kettlebell, okay? I find most people can't use that heavier kettlebell that they've used for the other movements. Also, with anything where we're pressing overhead, if you don't have room, just do it from a kneeling position like this. So for example, we did have the military press earlier. You can do it from a tall kneeling position, and you can kind of see what that looks like here. Now in this exercise, you're gonna begin holding the kettlebell in this position here. Side handles, you're gripping the side handles with the sphere up. Pay close attention to this part, okay? Because what you're gonna do here is you're gonna bring it around behind your head. Now from this position, the sphere is down. I'm gonna keep my upper arms stiff and in place, and I'm gonna straighten my arms to push the kettlebell overhead, lower it down and repeat. Only the forearms are moving. And I bring it down behind my neck as low as it will go, okay? All the way down behind the neck. Just like that. And as a progression, you could do a little pump at the bottom. So I do a little pump at the bottom. That works the triceps a little harder. You could do a triple pump. All right, those are some of the different progressions. So this is Lord of the Swings, day 2. Now, remember, according to kettlebell expert Sherry Wedham, all right, your training and recovery may be perfect, but if your nutrition isn't optimal, your results will suffer. This workout is tremendous, tremendous for core strength. And that translates into golf, hockey, skiing, whatever it is that you keep yourself busy with, as well as overall aesthetic appearance and fitness you use in everyday life, okay? The other thing is it helps burn fat fast, but you have to have an appropriate diet. You can't out-train a bad diet, all right? No matter how hard you're training, if your diet isn't tuned in, it won't work for fat loss, all right? Now, as a warm-up, you could do all the exercises, just a quick body weight, 10 reps of everything. It also helps grease the groove so that you're familiar with the movement patterns. Most people, most women, I'll start off with typically 15-pound kettlebell, men 25-pound kettlebell, and then work up from there, all right? That is Lord of the Swings, day 2 of 2. I'm Brendan Fox, rooting for you in the game of life.